Welcome. Glad to have you here on another edition of the E3 with Larry Ice video series. This one is entitled The Tabernacle, and it's from Hebrews 8, 1 and 2. I just wanted to go through this with you quickly today because I thought it was a great um, passage that gives us some insight into where we stand with Father. Hebrews 8, 1 and 2 in the New American Standard 2020 says this. Now, the main point in what has been said is this. Now, you might remember that Hebrews 7 was talking about Jesus as our high priest. And if you want information on that, my podcast has a nice sermon on that topic. So the main point in what has been said is this. We have such a high priest who has taken his seat at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in heavens, a minister in the sanctuary and in the true tabernacle which the Lord set up, not man. The Bible was written by many different people over at least 1400 years. Each human author wrote in their own style and from their own cultural context. One of the most compelling arguments for the veracity of the Bible is the consistency of details across the writings. This passage provides a wonderful example of this. Jesus is our high priest. He is seated at the right hand of God the Father because his work is finished. And there he remains, as we read above, a minister in the sanctuary and in the true tabernacle. The Greek word translated sanctuary here is hagios. This word means holy. It's also translated saint or sanctified. It's the same word behind all of those. In this passage, we're being told that Jesus is ministering in the holy place. Moreover, that this is the holy place in the tabernacle set up by God, not by mankind. This should evoke thoughts of the Holy of Holies in the Old Testament tabernacle. In that hallowed place, we are told God lived. There was found in that place the mercy seat atop the Ark of the Covenant. And there the high priest went once each year, but only after an extensive cleansing ritual that ensured he was ceremonially clean. Jesus is represented in the Holy of Holies. He is the Ark. He is the mercy seat. He is high priest. This sanctuary in which Jesus is ministering is the tabernacle set up by the Lord. The words set up are important. The King James renders this, which the Lord pitched, the tabernacle which the Lord pitched, and with good reason. The Greek word translated tabernacle here is skene, which means a tent or cloth hut habitation. It's interesting that the word used here is not temple, but instead tabernacle, which denotes a tent. Again, we are reminded of the tent of the tabernacle set up or pitched by Moses. However, this tabernacle is set up or pitched by God. One distinctive thing about tents, they're movable. Paul speaks of our bodies using tents as a metaphor. In 2 Corinthians 5, 1 through 4, we read, "For we know that if our earthly tent, which is our house, is torn down, we have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. For indeed in this tent we groan, longing to be clothed with our dwelling from heaven, since in fact after putting it on, we will not be found naked. For indeed we who are in this tent groan, being burdened, because we do not want to be unclothed, but clothed, so that what is mortal will be swallowed up by life." He also has this to say about our earthly tents in 1 Corinthians 6:19. "Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God. We are movable tents. We are movable temples. We are tabernacles, if you will, of God. Revelation 21:3 puts it this way, and I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is among the people, and he will dwell among them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be among them. This is the desire and plan of God, that he would live in us and we in him. Jesus made it clear in John 17:20 and 21, where he said, I am not asking on behalf of these alone, talking about the disciples, but also for those who believe in me through their word, that they all may be one, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be in us, so that the world may believe that you sent me. Saint, you are the holy sanctuary. You are the movable tent, the tabernacle in which Jesus dwells by his Spirit. It is in you that he ministers as a high priest. He has made his dwelling among his people. You are his, and he is yours. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Again, I can't stress enough, if this ministry blesses you, please consider partnering with us. You can do that at my website at larryice.com. And anything that you can do is very, very helpful and allows us to reach more people and to continue to pay the bills that the costs of running a ministry. Sure do appreciate you all. Whether you give or you don't give, we're glad that you're here. And we hope that you're very blessed by what you hear and what you read throughout the E3 with Larry Ice ministry. Thanks. Have a great day.